You get it? You understanding it? So think about neuroplasticity two different ways. And I make sure to cover all of it. So that, as you were saying, Carol, sometimes they go out and you don't know what they're going to do, right? So I want them to be able to have different techniques. I have a collection of, 10 different pattern interrupts. When I talk about them going down this habituated road and putting a roadblock, the roadblocks could be anything from bilateral stimulation to a quick tapping technique, to kinesthetic anchors, to heart breathing, to shifting into peripheral vision. These are all different things I teach clients because it stops the pattern. It allows them that momentary pause where they can then segue into a different state. This is crucial. So even though I arm them with a bunch of techniques, because the techniques not only interrupt the pattern, but they lead them into a nice parasympathetic response usually, right? Or excitement, or transforming the anxiety into excitement is a lot easier for a lot of people than going from anxiety into a nice parasympathetic response. So I've got a bunch of different ways to do that, but the truth is the research was based on someone whose only intervention, right, there's 4 steps to their intervention, was to show OCD patients their brain scans and say, you see this area here, this overactivation, your brain is just making a mistake. You don't really have to wash your hands for the 50th time. Your brain is telling you that, but it's a mistake. So if you want to be a part of this study, you have to agree to first think of something you love doing. Think of an activity you love doing. So we had all of these OCD patients pick their activity, whether it's gardening or listening to music or playing music or something, exercising, something they found enjoyable. And his intervention had them go, okay, I feel this compulsive feeling. Now I have to say, it's not me, it's just my brain. It's not me, it's just my brain. My brain's making a mistake. Then they had to do the gardening for at least 15 minutes. And while over here say to themselves, yes, this is better than feeding into the system, I'm rewiring my brain, right? So from a resourceful state to kind of look over. But to me, that's white knuckling it. That's having someone who feels this, having to okay, distract myself for 15 minutes. But with us, what do we got, right? So we've got all these different awesome ways to do this.